St. Gianna Oratory presents Daily Thought to St. Francis de Sales for April 6th. Let us not forget the maxims of the saints who teach us to advance a little further each day on the road to perfection. This thought should encourage us not to be surprised or to feel miserable whenever we have something to correct. Each day we must begin again with renewed courage. From the life of St. Francis de Sales. On April 6, 1601, Francis de Sales gave admirable proof of his spiritual strength. While he was leaving the sacristy of the church of St. Dominic of Annecy to mount the pulpit, an imprudent messenger came to tell him that his father had died at Sales the previous evening. With full submission, the holy preacher bowed his will to the will of God and preached as usual, despite the fact that his subject, the death of Lazarus, was a very emotional one for him at that moment. When he had finished his sermon, he said, "Dear people, I am sorry to tell you that Baron de Boisy, your friend and my father, is dead. Just as all of you were united in honoring him with your love, so I beg you to pray for his soul, and to give me 2 or 3 days' leave to honor his body." His tears and those of the congregation prevented him from continuing. The whole church was full of sobs and sighs as all began to pray for the dear departed one. Since the saint had already celebrated Mass before preaching, he assisted at 2 requiem masses for his father's soul, kneeling motionless alongside the altar. He later confided to a friend that God had given him a deep and wonderful assurance and hope that his father was eternally saved.